with us from Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. The finishing touches on a long season and a great matchup we have for you in the Cheez-It Bowl. It's the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Mississippi State head coach before the game, he knows that there is a lot of motivation behind this game. A Big Ten, SEC showdown always gets people talking about bragging rights, particularly because the Big Ten has won the last 3 national championships. They want to make sure that they're showing up and showing they are the big kids on the block right now. We'll see if the SEC team can respond here today. Back to you.
All right, Holly. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Nebraska's offense will get first crack at it today. They hope this guy will be a big part of the offense, Ja'Cory Barney Jr. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break, sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in, and we just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame. And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Back to throw, it's Calandria. Fires to the middle. Got a man, it's Hunter. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, and one of the big stories for Nebraska, as we know in the offseason, is Matt Rhule having to find a new quarterback. They thought they had the guy in Dylan Raiola. He was one of the top-ranked guys coming out of high school a few years ago, and really they saw him as the future of the program. Obviously, David, he's now out in Eugene, Oregon, and so it's a new face under center in this offense. They've got a lot of weapons, but a lot riding on this new signal caller offensively.
And they're just waiting to take that next step, right? Nebraska fans have been excited, and they've had some good spots to their teams over the past couple years. They just need that trigger man. And is this the guy? Is this the guy that can take the offense to the next level? Raiola had some good moments, but the consistency, game in, game out, that they need from the quarterback spot to bring them back to what.
Hits him in stride at the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
And, man, that has to be frustrating for this defense. You give up a big play, what do you want the secondary to do? Man, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback at some point. And he kept going. He kept having time to go through. If I'm a defensive back, I'm going right to the defensive line. Hey, bro, can we get some pressure on the quarterback, man? That's unacceptable.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on 1st down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass, it's Calandria. He's going for the goal line. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? They've got the screen set up. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. And wow, that is tough to get the completion on 30 short like that and not come close to picking up the first down.
You know, I think that's one where the receiver has got to make sure he's getting the right depth. There's no way that play shouldn't gain any yards.
They'll send out the kicker here. Dead center perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. Bluff Bothwell, he has become a key piece of this offense.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, number one job for this defense, man, try to make him play in a phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that one.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Taylor wants to throw. Lofts one deep down the right side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following up for a massive fumble recovery.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Complete on the left to Williams. Gets away from one. He's got space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Really, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. They'll run play action. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll give it to Fluff. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Give to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The Bulldogs trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll run it with Bothwell. And he's in! Touchdown, Mississippi State!
The best running backs are the guys that can just snip out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dick."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
The Cornhuskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Calandria. Here's a heat. Got his man. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Takes the easy completion. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to throw it. Got a man. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And you've already seen this QB, man. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make those big plays.
The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Some misdirection with the counter. Finding some room. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. When when you're called Cornhuskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
Well, you can't throw it much better than that. You've got an in-breaking route coming from the right-hand side, and there wasn't a big window to squeeze that football into, but really nice job on the timing. He threw it at the perfect moment, puts it only where his guy can make the catch, and they get a big first down.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
And the Huskers will have it 1st and 10. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the gun, looking for a man. He'll get rid of it. Working the middle.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Give to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead as we get a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Now the play fake. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense taking away the quarterback's primary target on that play and forcing the incompletion.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. To the air. It's Calandria. He wants it all. Touchdown, Husker! Fitted in the window for the score.
And diving catches always look sweet, but they look even sweeter when it's for a touchdown. That's shades of Desmond Howard back in the day, winning a Heisman Trophy and making catches against Notre Dame. That was unbelievable.
Attempt to try. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Bulldogs offense offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Williams. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The option, the keeper. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Trying play action. Flips it out in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pulls it in, it's Johnson. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Just barely picked up a yard, but that last completion, it's 2nd and 9. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off the play fake. With the catch, it's West. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Now give it to Fluff.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Mississippi State rings the cowbell in the red zone. They'll go right back to him. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
These quarterbacks that just bounce and bounce and bounce and pull the ball down and make plays. Defensively, you just got to keep coming. You can't get tired. You can't get frustrated, really. It's the frustration that gets to you because they keep making plays and keep getting first downs. Got another opportunity coming up. First and goal. Try to hold them to a field.
Fires to the tight end. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. Taylor wants to throw it. Bringing the heat. And it's a sack.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. And this one is perfect. And guys, that 3 ball has us all tied up here in the second. Following that last play, there is an injured Cornhusker who is still on the field. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man in the middle. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Calandria. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the third possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical third down, forcing an incompletion.
And the Huskers will send out the punt unit. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They'll start on the ground with Buck Bothwell. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Bothwell. Makes it past the marker. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. Now, you might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Complete to Williams over the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rule will get us up to date on his condition. The Bulldogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
The play-action fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Cotton. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together, 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
With the run on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Taylor wants to throw. Gets it to the back. And they knock him down in the backfield. Outstanding play by the defense.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their 2nd. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Smashes it between the uprights. And now they take the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on 1st down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking downfield, it's Calandria. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Bought a little time, lets it go. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker. And how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a 4th down?
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Like, they understand it's 3rd down. They understand the situation. They drop back. And I love the defensive back with vision on the quarterback. He sees it, right? He takes off the scramble. He's like, no, no, no. You're not getting this 1st down. Nice job coming up, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
Taylor wants to throw it. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Dances away. Trying to make magic with his feet. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
A first half that gave us some riveting moments, Reese. Not to mention the dramatic and the unexpected. Just a dynamite start to the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Looking to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Now facing a 3rd and long. Taylor wants to throw. Turns it loose. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure turning it on. Got enough for the first. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Pulls it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
With the catch, it's Bonner. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together. Putting a drive like this together now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
The Cornhuskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Calandria. Right down the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it.
Makes the grab in their space. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
When I get inside the 3 on first and goal, I want to be aggressive with the run. I want to be physical. I want to be the more dominant team. You might know it's coming, but I'm still going to bring it. They tried to go with the changeup. They tried to throw the football very unsuccessfully. Nice job by the defense being ready for everything, even though they're inside the 3-yard line.
They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. Back to pass. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's third and goal. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And we've got a deadlock here in the third quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Unloads to the right. Hauls it in. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
The keeper on the option. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Taylor wants to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's West. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the change, but there is a man still down on the field. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield. It's Black. Could not make his way to the corner.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. They'll give it to Fluff. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. Well, they were trying to run a sweep, but they got put in the dustpan real fast.
And defenses understand, I cannot let fast guys get on the edge. I got to get that ball turning back towards the middle. Really good job of understanding that. Understanding if he gets too far outside from them big boys, they aren't even in the play. They're just chasing and running. So nice job by the defense not allowing that ball to get outside.
It's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got a big paw up there and knocks it down incomplete.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. Absolutely perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dylan.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To throw, it's Calandria. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Mississippi State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And a lot of times in football, man, the short memory, we usually talk about the quarterback. But sometimes it's the running back who puts it on the deck. Sometimes it's your playmaker out wide who puts the ball on the deck. But that doesn't mean you abandon him. You come back to him, let him make plays. Nice job making the catch. And I still expect him to be a big part of this football game.
From the gun, running back gets to give. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They feed him again. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Huskers have their offense in high gear. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Quarterback running on the draw. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And the Huskers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Motion from the wideout. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
To the ground, he's got it again. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give out of the gun. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They'll try to move the chains on third down from their own 20. Now on the move. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! And now it's a one-possession game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. There he goes! Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Taylor wants to throw. Steps away. He's sacked. He'll lose a couple on that one as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Good news is they didn't lose a ton of yards. The bad news is that's the 3rd sack they've given up now in this game. They have got to do a better job protecting this quarterback.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep on the run. It's caught. It's a running. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Following that last play, there is an injured Cornhusker who is still on the field. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Got a man, it's Barney.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
On the option, he'll toss it. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Hunter.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It's caught. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Nelson. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field, catch the defense off guard.
The Huskers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll move the wide receiver. On the ground, it's Nelson. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Caught in the backfield, it's Barney. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Rushes on him. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Wow, that's their second 4th down conversion on this drive.
And this is going to change the way I play defense. If they're going to go for it on 4th down, there is no, oh, I got to get them to 4th down and they're going to punt. Man, I got to play all 4 downs. This is incredibly difficult to handle when you're a defensive football player.
And some room to work. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to pass, it's Calandria. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Looking down the middle. Caught! He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. The Cornhuskers punch back. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Well, that was about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Timeout call by the Cornhuskers. That's their 1st. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the Bulldogs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
The Bulldogs come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Bothwell. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the here. One more remaining, and of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stopped just once more at the 2-minute mark. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give as they work on that clock. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left.
And offenses practice the situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Taylor wants to throw it. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he gets the 1st down, and that should be enough to bring home a bowl trophy.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy late in games that you know you can trust. Game on the line, just need to get 1 1st down. And Palmer, they could run it, they could play it safe, but they give it to their dude, and he delivers.
And that's a play that they can run in their sleep, too. Something they practice all week long. They carry it in their playbook each and every week. It's a good play call because you're dialing up something that all 11 guys know in the back of their hand. They go out, they get the execution needed to win this game.